coverage of the National Football League is on the air. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. This to the back. And look at this. Right away to lose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here we go now on first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Back to throw. Heller. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. A big win there defensively on second and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up third. Operating from the gun. Heller. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From 28 yards out. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Harper. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Browns first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his routes, limit his touches. But that plan not working too well on this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a first down.
2nd and 6.
Once again, Jenkins calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. When you look at this defense, well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we get this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
That good for 19 and a first down.
That's another Browns.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Harper. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
A gain of 10 yards.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Russell. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Off play action. Heller. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Walter Nolan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's got space past the 25. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 27 yards there, a 1st down. A give up the middle, Judkins. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
2nd and 3. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
1st down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Judkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Harper. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
A lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
On for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flipping over to the other side, the offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
1st and 10 at the 44.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Heller. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Walter Nolan. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
It's fielded at the 45. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. An inside run with Judkins. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you, where the quarterback coming over the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he's got room. And he's taken down inside the 30. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Goes from the right side here, complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Newberry. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and 1 from the 2.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Judkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Quinshon Judkins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he brings brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Heller. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Back to throw. Heller. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Harper. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to the rookie from Michigan State. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
5-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Ty Felton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14.
Dicker to kick off.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And 17 at the 35-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Smiley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Oliver looking middle, and it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Cleveland offense making their way out. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
37-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake. Harper. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Cleveland.
On 1st down, Newberry. And some space here. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Newberry. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have the Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that